For most of human history, wealth has been defined by what can be extracted from Earth. Gold, iron, oil, and rare minerals have shaped civilizations, driven exploration, and fueled conflict. These resources, finite by nature, have always imposed limits on economic growth. As technology advances and demand increases, those limits become more visible. Space mining enters this story not as a sudden revolution, but as a continuation of humanity's long relationship with scarcity and expansion. Asteroids are remnants of planetary formation, fragments left behind when the solar system took shape over 4 billion years ago. Unlike planets, they never fully differentiated or recycled their material. As a result, many asteroids preserve high concentrations of metals and compounds that are rare on Earth's surface. In them, scientists see a record of primordial matter, untouched by geological processes that dilute and bury valuable elements over time. The economic significance of asteroids lies in their composition. Some are rich in iron and nickel, others contain platinum group metals used in electronics, energy systems, and medical technologies. Certain asteroids also hold water in the form of ice or hydrated minerals. Water, while common on Earth, becomes an extraordinarily valuable resource in space, where it can be used for life support, radiation shielding, and fuel production. The idea of mining asteroids once belonged entirely to science fiction. It required technologies that did not exist and economic assumptions that seemed unrealistic. Over time, however, the gap between imagination and feasibility has narrowed. Advances in robotics, automation, propulsion, and materials science have transformed asteroid mining from fantasy into a long-term strategic possibility. One of the defining features of asteroid mining is the absence of gravity in the conventional sense. On Earth, mining requires heavy machinery to break, lift, and transport material against gravity. On asteroids, even large ones, gravity is weak. Material can be moved with minimal force, reshaping the economics of extraction. This fundamental difference challenges traditional assumptions about cost and efficiency. Asteroids are also chemically diverse. They are broadly classified into types based on composition, such as carbon-rich, metallic, and silicate asteroids. Each category offers different economic opportunities. Carbon-rich asteroids may provide water and organic compounds, while metallic asteroids contain high concentrations of iron, nickel, and precious metals. Selecting which asteroids to target becomes a question of logistics as much as value. Distance plays a critical role in feasibility. Not all asteroids are equally accessible. Some have orbits that bring them relatively close to Earth with minimal energy required to reach them. These near-Earth asteroids represent the most likely early targets for mining operations. Their proximity reduces travel time, fuel requirements, and mission risk. The true economic transformation promised by space mining may not come from returning materials to Earth. Flooding terrestrial markets with extraterrestrial metals could destabilize prices and industries. Instead, the greatest impact may come from using asteroid resources in space itself. Building spacecraft, habitats, and infrastructure from space-derived materials reduces dependence on Earth-based launches, dramatically lowering costs. Water extracted from asteroids exemplifies this shift. When split into hydrogen and oxygen, water becomes rocket fuel. Establishing fuel depots in space would allow spacecraft to refuel without returning to Earth, enabling deeper and more sustained exploration. This capability could redefine space travel from rare missions into a continuous economic activity. The implications for Earth's economy extend beyond materials. Space mining could create new industries, supply chains, and labor demands. Engineers, scientists, and operators would be required to design, manage, and maintain extraterrestrial operations. Insurance, finance, and legal frameworks would evolve to support ventures operating beyond national boundaries. Legal uncertainty remains a significant challenge. International space law was developed during an era when resource extraction beyond Earth seemed improbable. Current treaties prohibit national ownership of celestial bodies, but interpretations vary regarding private extraction rights. How resources are regulated, taxed, and shared will influence whether space mining becomes cooperative or competitive. Environmental considerations also shape the discussion. On Earth, mining often causes ecological damage, pollution, and long-term landscape alteration. Space mining offers the possibility of reducing pressure on terrestrial ecosystems by shifting some extraction off-planet. However, it also raises questions about the ethical treatment of celestial environments and the long-term sustainability of space activity. Economic disruption is another concern. Industries built around scarcity could be challenged by access to abundant resources. While this abundance could lower costs and accelerate technological development, it could also destabilize economies dependent on mining and resource exports. Managing this transition would require careful policy planning. Space mining also intersects with geopolitical dynamics. Nations that lead in space resource utilization may gain strategic advantages, not through territorial expansion, but through economic leverage and technological leadership. This shifts the concept of power from control of land to control of infrastructure and knowledge. The timeline for meaningful space mining remains uncertain. Initial efforts are likely to focus on prospecting, surveying asteroids to identify viable targets. Early missions may retrieve small samples or demonstrate extraction techniques. Large-scale operations would follow only after decades of incremental progress. Critics argue that the economic barriers remain too high and the risks too great. Launch costs, mission complexity, and technical uncertainty pose formidable obstacles. Yet similar arguments were once made about deep-sea drilling, satellite networks, and renewable energy systems. Over time, innovation altered those equations. Asteroid mining also changes how humanity views value itself. Resources that are rare on Earth may be abundant elsewhere. This reframes scarcity as a local condition rather than a universal one. In doing so, it challenges economic models rooted in finite terrestrial limits. Beyond economics, space mining carries cultural implications. It represents a shift from viewing space as a realm of exploration to one of participation. Humanity moves from observing the solar system to actively shaping its use. This transition mirrors earlier phases of human expansion, with similar opportunities and risks. The promise of asteroid riches is not merely financial. It lies in the potential to support a space-based civilization, one less constrained by Earth's gravity well and resource limits. Such a future would alter humanity's relationship with its home planet, perhaps encouraging greater stewardship rather than exploitation. At the same time, space mining forces difficult questions. Who benefits? Who controls access? How are profits distributed? Without thoughtful governance, the same inequalities that shape Earth's resource economy could be replicated beyond it. Asteroid mining does not guarantee prosperity. It offers possibility rather than certainty. Success depends on technological reliability, economic planning, legal clarity, and international cooperation. Each of these factors evolves slowly, shaped by choices made over decades. What makes space mining transformative is not the immediate promise of wealth, but the long-term shift it represents. It expands the economic horizon beyond Earth, introducing a scale of resources that alters how limits are perceived. In this sense, asteroid riches are less about gold and platinum than about flexibility. They provide options in a future where Earth's resources face increasing strain. They allow growth without the same level of environmental cost if managed responsibly. The question is not whether space mining will happen, but how and for whom. Its impact on Earth's economy will depend on whether it becomes a shared infrastructure or a concentrated advantage.